everyone and welcome back to Cop.Supply. In this video I'm going to be giving you a broken down overview of Tohru. If you're watching this on the Cop.Supply YouTube channel, we have a broken down written overview on the Cop.Supply website that you guys can check out. It will be linked down below. If you're watching this on the Cop.Supply website, then if you head over to the video player you're watching this on right now, there'll be a YouTube icon on the right. Click that, it will take you to YouTube. You can subscribe if you want to check out other overviews. And finally, we have the Cop.Supply in-stock server. If you wish to go ahead and check that out, I will leave a link to that down below. So let's go ahead and begin on the dashboard page. There's a lot to break down here, so let's go through it. On the bottom left, you're going to see the icon of the Discord connected to your key. It's going to say your license is authenticated. The version number is going to be there. It's going to say AYCD Autosolve has been connected. If you've connected AYCD Autosolve, it's going to show your Discord name up there, the expiry. You have this button to go to the web dashboard. It shows you the new additions to every version, and then this is some basic analytics based on your spending habits within the actual bot, based on your checkout, stuff like that. So it shows your spend in the last week, your checkouts in the last week, your total checkouts, and then a broken down overview across foot size, Shopify Mesh, Supreme, Yeezy and Adidas. And then you have your recent checkouts. I can go ahead and expand this. As you guys can see, it goes ahead and shows me a bunch of data regarding that. Moving over to logins, this is where you can go ahead and add logins to be used within the bot. So to begin with, you can go and import logins if you wish, or export. You click import here, you can go ahead and select a file. So you have the export button to go ahead and export logins you have within Tohru outside the bot. But let's go ahead and add some logins here. We're going to hit this button, and as you guys can see, it's going to say enter logins in the formation user and pass. Then you have the bunch of stars. So obviously the star you want to go ahead and add a login for, you'd go ahead and select it. And then for example, for this video, I'm just going to type in John Doe 1, and then the password is going to be test 123, for example. I add login. As you guys can see, obviously this would be an email, so you'd put at gmail.com or wherever the catch-all is at the end. The password is there, the star is there, and you can go ahead and tick this and do actions associated with that as well. You can go ahead and use this button to clear logins if you wish. If I hit this, it will go ahead and clear all the logins. And then you have the search bar at the top, which will allow us to go ahead and search through accounts. When you add accounts, the total will be updated, and that is that. And you can actually go ahead and hit the plus button here to go ahead and create a group name. So for example, video test, for example, hit add group. As you guys can see, you can go ahead and add accounts to this group name, or you can stick to the default if you wish. Before we continue, it's actually worth going through the settings, which is one thing I missed out, but let's go ahead and break this down. So for general, your success webhook, your error webhook, your AYCD Autosolve API key, your AYCD Autosolve access token, and whether you want to turn it on or off, or whether you want to stagger tasks. You can check for updates, and once you're done, you can hit the save button. Moving over to Supreme, you can configure the monitor delay, the monitor proxy, the timeout, the retry delay, and once again check for updates and save. Moving over to Shopify is your custom stores. You can add a custom site, and you can configure your quick task details over here. For foot size, you can go ahead and add a restock monitor delay, restock monitor proxy, timeouts, and the retry delay. Moving over to finish line, you have the restock monitor delay, restock monitor proxy, timeout, and retry delay. Moving over to mesh, you have the exact same thing once again. Moving over to proxies, this is where you can go ahead and add proxies that can be used within your task. And once again, it follows the same system as logins. You can go ahead and import and export it if you wish. So let's go ahead and add some proxies. Before we do that, we actually have to create a group here. So let's call it video test, add the group. And once the group's been made, then we can go ahead and add proxies. So I'll put the proxies in here. Let's go ahead and do this, add proxies. As you guys can see, it's broken down into IP, port, user and password, and then the status of the proxies once we go ahead and test them. Then when we go ahead and test the proxies, we have a bunch of sites to choose from when we do actually test them. So these are UK proxies. So I want to hit Foot Locker UK. I can hit this button. It will go ahead and test the proxies once I've actually gone ahead and selected them. So if you hit this, as you guys can see, it will go ahead and test them and return the speeds over here. If you go ahead and select none, obviously this test button won't work. If you want to test one of them, for example, anything that's selected will be tested. Now for this scenario, let's say you have 1,000 proxies that you've just brought into Tohru, and some of them are bad, some of them working. You can utilize this button to go ahead and clear the bad proxies. But let's say, for example, you have some proxies that you left in from a previous release and none of them work anymore, and you don't want to manually delete everything. You can use the clear proxies button to go ahead and clear all your proxies. Moving over to profiles, this is where you can create profiles within Tohru that will be used with your tasks. So once again, they follow the import export system. You can go ahead and edit your profile once you create it, duplicate profiles and clear profiles. I will demonstrate this, but let's go ahead and begin. We have to create a group name here. I'm going to call this video test. Once again, add group. We've created the group. Obviously you can stick to the default if you want, or you can create a profile group I'm going to stick to this profile group for now. I'm going to hit the add button, then we can go ahead and create a profile. So we have the profile name, the card holder, the phone number, card number, email, expiry and CVV. You have the billing section, which is your first name, last name, address 1, address 2, country, city, state and zip. Then for shipping you can hit this option and it will go ahead and duplicate the details over, but that is pretty much everything. Then you hit the save profile button. So I'm going to go ahead and fill out this profile with some test information so we can utilize it on a task. Going ahead and fill out my details here. I'm going to hit the save profile button. As you guys can see, it's gone ahead and create my profile here. We have the profile name, the email, the card holder, the card ending in 1244 and the locale, and we can enable one checkout per profile if you wish. So just to demonstrate that these buttons work, if you go ahead and select the profile over here, you can hit the edit profile button and then you can go ahead and edit any of the details about it. We have the duplicate profiles buttons. If you actually select it, duplicate, as you guys can see, it duplicates it. And then for the clear profiles button, you go ahead and select which profile you want to clear. You hit this button and we'll go ahead and clear the selected profile. Moving over to tasks, there's a lot to take in here, but let's just begin with the simple thing here. They're following the same import export system, which is completely fine. And then we have a group overview. So it shows the tasks running, queued, card, successful and failed in relation to your tasks. Then you have the capture button to go ahead and pop up the capture harvester, the start task button, the stop task button, the edit task button, duplicate tasks and clear tasks. Then you have the addition button to go ahead and actually create a task, and you can go ahead and segregate certain task groups over here, which is what I'm going to go ahead and show you. So you select the module from their support sites. I'm going to hit Supreme, for example. I'm going to call this video testing Supreme. Add a group, it's gone ahead and added that group, and then we can go ahead and create a task on that module. When you go ahead and hit the plus button here, as you guys can see, this is for creating a Supreme task. That is because on our task group that we created, the module we selected was Supreme. So let's go ahead and break down what we can see here. We have Supreme and install. For the purpose of this video, we're going to be selecting Supreme. You have your profile, the date and time based on your local computer time, the keywords, the mode, the checkout proxy, the color, checkout delay, task quantity, size. So you hit the add item button once you've gone ahead and actually added the item details over here, and then once you've selected everything over here, you can hit the save button. For the purpose of this video, I've gone ahead and selected an item here on the Supreme website that's in stock, so we can go ahead and configure a task around it. It's called the Camo iPhone case. It's available in the blue color, so let's keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and begin creating a profile. So it shows our profiles and our profile groups. I'm going to go ahead and hit the test billing profile for this video, and then for the date I'm not going to mess with that, the time I'm not going to mess with that. For the keywords, essentially our keywords are worked in here, they're separated by a comma, so I think comma and as well as iPhone should do the trick just fine, as you guys can see. And then obviously it segregates it based on the way you type it in, which is pretty cool. Then for the color, we know it's blue, so obviously it's gone ahead and selected that as well. For size, we're going to leave that as random. Quantity is going to stay as one. For mode, I'm going to stay with fast. Checkout proxy can stay like that. Checkout delay, I'm going to add obviously some checkout delay there. Task quantity is 1. Then you have a few options here. So you have capture bypass, pre-harvesting capture, restock mode, return failure. So I'm going to keep this on just for the purpose of this video so I can show you how it loops. But we can go ahead and hit the add item button, and I will go ahead and add that item. And then once we're done, we can go ahead and hit the save button, and that will save the task. As you guys can see, the product is there, the color is there, the sizing is there. Obviously we said random, so there's nothing there. The mode is there, the proxy is there, and the billing is there. So the final thing to do is to go ahead and hit the capture button, and as you guys can see, this is the solver. It requires me to log in, but you can go ahead and choose between these solvers. You can move a solver, you can add a new solver, you can go to the solving section. Once you've gone ahead and logged into a Gmail, you can add a proxy, you can set the proxy, head over to Gmail and Gmail login. I'm going to go ahead and start my task here, and when I go ahead, it's going to go through a bunch of statuses. Let's give it 1 moment here. Awaiting capture, it's going to send the capture, it's gone ahead and picked up the product information. It's going to continuously loop because the information within the profile is inaccurate, but this is how Tohru works on a Supreme drop. So that is going to go ahead and conclude my overview of Tohru. If you're watching this on the Cop.Supply YouTube channel, go ahead and check out the post that links their overview on our website. If you're watching this on their website, then go ahead and check out our YouTube channel on the YouTube icon video player. I'm going to catch you guys next time. Peace out.